We back at this shit. Sit your ass down, grab your popcorn, and let me cook real quick. The scene kicks off with Frieza floating in space giving his best Gojo impression after Goku dropped a 50 piece on his head. And Goku's run on planet Namek is kinda underrated. No one talks about it. He was going crazy. But then we see the fraudulent king himself, King Cold, in the same area looking for Frieza. And pulling up seeing your son is dismembered is kinda insane. I ain't even gonna lie. But they take him in and give this nigga fake parts and he wake up on BT. This nigga was not fucking with his new BBL. But he wake up already plotting his revenge. We know how this went last time, twin. You might want to hang this up. But back on Earth, Vegeta pulls up, and I don't know why Yamcha pulled up like he's about to do something, but you're not doing nothing for the team but contributing to ass whooping. But trust me, the hoes are watching. You can let this pose go now. But Vegeta only pulled up to Earth because he was hoping to find Goku here. Not even a whole hour on Earth, this nigga Bulma talking about he need a shower and gave this nigga a new fit. You barely even know this nigga. And the last time you probably saw him, he was an enemy. What are you doing, Bulma? She might be public enemy #1. She'll fuck around and risk the world for a fucking BBL. But skipping through this nonsense, the soon-to-be Z fighters notice that Frieza's spinning the block on Earth. They all link up in one area, and this man Piccolo's ore farming like usual. This ain't your video, man. Back up. But Frieza and Captain Cold finally lands on Earth on their flying donut. And the way they come out this fucking spaceship, you already know they about to fuck some shit up. Vegeta deadass their only hope right now. He the only strong one there. He might not save him, but at least they get a cool entrance before he get fucked up. But Frieza tries to send his henchmen on a drill, and they ass is getting spawn camp. These niggas get packed up immediately. They didn't even try with them. They just disappeared and reappeared bodied. It's surprising how fast these niggas got fucked up. But we get to see one of the cleanest intros. That man Trunks finally pulled up, and he pull up dripped out head to toe. He doing a fit check in the middle of an episode. And Frieza still got the nerve to talk hot like the last fade he had didn't leave this nigga dismembered. And we ain't forget you had to go to Dr. Miami to get your body put back together. All of this nigga aura is gone. This nigga Goku left him with PTSD and a fake body. But they finally stop talking shit to each other and finally start fighting, but Frieza decides to send his grunts automatically. This nigga just seen him cut down like 3 of his grunts and he decided to send more. What the fuck is he doing? And on top of that, he did this shit with ease. Obviously bro's not a random. But the first nigga that step up and try to fight Trunks is a nigga that can't even form ki blast. He just got a gauntlet with a button. This nigga is just begging to get his ass beat. Not a single thought is going through Frieza's mechanical head. Bro's just out here doing anything. But he ups his gauntlet and the first beam he shoots gets backhand. And he sees this and decides to shoot 3 more beams. And they all get palmed like basketballs and smacked away. And then this nigga Trunks fixes his lace front. Then Trunks speed blitzes him and elbows him into the ship. Bro got packed up after 4 shots. Nigga just put up Ben Simmons type stats. At this point, I'm thinking anybody can join the Frieza Force. Shit, I can join the Frieza Force. What the fuck was this? But the rest of the fodder niggas charge in and they get fucked up just as fast. I've never seen someone fall out backwards, bro. What the fuck? But he cuts them all down, leaving the Grandpa Gohan looking ass nigga left. Then we pan over to his scouter point of view and that shit gets split. Then his armor slowly falls off. Okay, this nigga's getting a little bit freaky with the sword. This nigga's starting to strip him. Ain't no way. But he starts stepping back and this nigga Frieza done slimed this man out. He was just trying to get away from this freaky ass nigga, man. He ain't do nothing wrong. Frieza done gave that nigga the Rengoku treatment and he over here glazing Trunks while this nigga's fucking fixing his lace front again. He got Vegeta back there stressing. He talking about, I never seen power like this. That nigga Vegeta finna crash out. God forbid a nigga get stronger than Vegeta. That nigga be ready to tweak out. But getting back on track and skipping through all this extra dialogue between fucking King Cold and Frieza, we find out Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan and this nigga's talking about I'm about to display that shit. And we can tell by Frieza's face, this nigga heart dropped down to his mechanical ass. You can't even mention Saiyan around Frieza without him remembering that ass whooping Goku gave him. But Frieza and King Cold start dying of laughter. They think this nigga is trolling. But that laughter quickly ended cause this nigga Trunks started charging up going Super Saiyan in front of their face and this nigga Frieza is backpedaling. This nigga is scared. Get this nigga out the field. Bro, this nigga Frieza is tweaking out in real time. Bro started seeing Goku and Trunks. This how you know this nigga is cooked. But this nigga Frieza throws a beam at Trunks and he just tanks it. Then he says, I hope that's not the best you can do. This nigga Frieza is losing aura about a second. I'm low-key glad he got a break in Super cause this nigga was getting done dirty. I ain't gonna lie. But he tries to throw another beam at Trunks but this one is way bigger and he just grab it and push it away. He did not have to flex this hard on the Frieza Force. The Huz is not watching, bro. And we see the fit. The cameraman can calm down on this. But anyways, Trunks allows him to hit him with one more attack and Frieza start charging up the same attack he used on planet Vegeta to destroy it. Bro trying to wipe Trunks off the map. He finished charging it up and he gonna throw it and say this one's for you, father. Yeah, bro, wipe your mouth off. That glaze is insane. Niggas start doing tricks on it real quick. But Trunks is just standing there while that shit is coming at him. I know how that might sound, but I did not mean it like that. I promise. Everybody watched this shit land thinking this shit was over and that shit started to lift up. And come to find out this nigga Trunks is picking it up with one hand, bro. You're not gonna tell me this nigga is not like that. And maybe I'm being biased, but this man might have the best intro in all of Dragon Ball history. Because coming out of nowhere, nowhere and embarrassing the Frieza force like that, and then Frieza himself, man, you gotta give him his props, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But Trunks starts slowly walking up while holding this big ass ball, and Frieza being Frieza, he make that shit explode while he's carrying it. He was not gonna let bro take all the aura points. He already got a mechanical body, bro. He don't need no more aura loss. And then they don't see no more Trunks. They thinking they packed him up, but the whole time this nigga's on the cliff watching them. And this is when everything went downhill. He started doing hand signs and threw a blast at Frieza, making him jump in the air. Then we just see Frieza getting cooked. He jumped in the air with Frieza and hit him with one sword slice. Then we get Frieza's point of view looking at Trunks, and the screen starts splitting in half. And all you see is Frieza split down the middle. And just when I thought the embarrassment was over for Frieza, he started doing trick shots while cutting up this nigga body, bro. Got this nigga looking like diced onions in the air. And on top of this man dicing Frieza up, he hit this man with a beam. And I know Vegeta's punching the air right now. This nigga Trunks just flexed on Frieza and Vegeta simultaneously. One can't go Super Saiyan and one is afraid of Super Saiyans. This shit is heinous. And that's the end of Frieza. At least we don't gotta hear his mouth anymore. And Trunks, you can let this pose go now, man. We see the fit. We see the pose, we see everything. And King Cold is just watching this, but they both land on a rock and this nigga King Cold started glazing. Bro, your son just got packed up again. Go get back. Why are you on this nigga dick? This man King Cold over here calling Trunks a rare sighting, and this nigga's really trying to recruit him. Man, wipe your mouth, man. Stop blowing spit bubbles on it. But Trunks denies his offer, and this nigga start talking about, let me see your sword, let me praise your sword. Bro might be trying to see his other sword the way he going. He pulling out every trick in the book. And I don't know why Trunks did this, but he gave the nigga his sword. He might be feeling himself a little bit. And King Cold gonna say he only beat Frieza because he had that sword. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna tell bro. Goku fucked him up and he was a Super Saiyan without a sword. I don't think it was the sword gang. And this nigga start wielding the sword, talking about without this sword you're nothing. Just when he tries to attack Trunks, this nigga grabs the sword with his whole palm. Yeah, it was definitely the sword gang. I think you should keep using it. It was definitely the sword that made him this strong. And of course all this shit backfired, cause he held this sword and this nigga started to panic. He put his hands to King Cold's stomach and straight blasted him off the rock. And I'm not gonna lie, this nigga King Cold is looking like French Montana. They both ass. But he got this nigga King Cold laid out on a rock with a hole in his chest. He started trying to compromise with him just to get packed up. He did all that talking just to get packed up.